looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. So Vanderbilt's offense will take the first swing of the game. And here's the man they want to get the ball to in this passing game. This is the type of receiver, David, when he's covered, he's still open.
He's still putting that hand up in the air. Coach, I'm still open. And more importantly, his quarterback knows that. They're going to move him all over the field. They're going to feature him on offense.
He's going to go for a big one. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Got it set up on the outside. Turns it on in midfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43. The Commodores racing to the line in the hurry-up.
There's a lot of different ways this offense can attack you throwing the ball. One of them is getting the running back going, and the screen is a great way to get him lathered up and get the defense starting to think about him a little bit more now.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
And the Commodores will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got it on the outside, it's Coleman. And he is run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long. And right there, I think he did.
Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. The Commodores will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. The Gamecocks offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One matchup to watch in this one is how well do the backers tackle in space, David?
Yeah, and you've got to have great linebackers to get this guy on the ground. And they've got it. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. A lot of head-to-head battles, linebacker versus running back.
Yeah, tackling him in space, but also covering him out of the backfield. These two dudes are going to be shadowing each other all game long.
It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Using the quick game. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. The give to the back. Trucks through the defender. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Obliterates him, still on the move. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Gamecocks will try to move the sticks on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch past the sticks. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. On 1st down, here comes this offense. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker's showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
The throw. With the catch, it's Smith. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Gamecocks have pushed it inside the 20. They'll run the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the offense just wasn't crisp on that play. You know, they didn't get downhill fast, and you could tell something was just a little bit off. The defense took advantage and now forced a 4th down.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Lost one deep down the right side. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. After the misfire now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Dickey. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
On the option. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Now on 2nd and goal. Give to the fullback. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. And the Commodores headed quickly to the line. To the air. It's Dickey. He's got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but but he has this offense rolling with a first down. New set of downs after that completion.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business. That was not a great throw. Might even call it ungood. Tried to put some air under it and just made it too easy.
I don't think the quarterback had a lot of confidence in where he was going with that football, Reese. I mean, that's a ball that needed to get there so much sooner. You got to put a little bit more mustard on that throw, and just lobbing the ball down the field like that, I don't know. You're asking for an interception.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. They're not afraid to let one fly from back here. He's got it down the right side. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. How about this change? Play it safe, don't make a mistake deep in your own end. Suddenly you're in plus territory and on the attack. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. They go to the ground. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're facing a 3rd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Coming after him. Uncorks one to the middle. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The offense set for a first down play. He'll pull it on the read. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Commodores want to crank the tempo. Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses that phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice, Palmer. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distances in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season.
Looking to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Spence. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And the Commodores look to keep this drive humming. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open. And
now on second down for this offense. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
And get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking downfield, it's Dickey. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass, and what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into. You want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. The Gamecocks get enough for the 1st down.
And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him. Let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that 1st down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one there.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Release to the back. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Quarterback will audible. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Buys a little time. On the move, he fires. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Steps away to find some room. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He only needs a sliver of daylight. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Vanderbilt. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set for the second half kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll open the second half with a run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Fires to the right. Makes the grab.
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack, because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
Makes the grab inside the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Nice move there. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give to the fullback. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
Those fullbacks are grown men. Those guys are constantly hitting linebackers and blocking the whole entire game. So when you get a chance to give the big boy the ball, it's always, and you know what it is? It's a morale boost for everybody on the whole field. Everybody gets jacked up, and he finally gets to touch the football.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
And the offense here dialed up a really good zone beater. Give credit to the offensive coordinator. He called the right play at the right time.
Finds his man. It's Bell.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And they got him for the sack. The Commodores want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, look out. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Commodores.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, you know, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The back goes in motion. Nifty little dance step.
And this fullback, he's a part of the running attack. It's not just going to be tailbacks carrying the football. The fullback, he can do some work as well running between the tackles. He showed you there.
The give to the tailback. Makes his man miss. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Fast motion from the offense. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. Here's the handoff. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Just discarding tacklers, punching and grinding his way to the 23.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Fullback's got it. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Shoots it to the left. Snags it. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and takes it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina. With that in the lead, nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start. With that last win, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Vanderbilt has it back and heading out to go on the attack. On the move. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. And the Commodores in the hurry up. To the air, it's Dickey. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Quick tempo here for the offense.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
They'll try the counter. Keeps the legs moving. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The Commodores are moving quickly down the field. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man downfield. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one DB, and is able to make the catch for a big game.
They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. On the run, it's Gillespie. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Back to throw, it's Dickey. Got his man in the middle. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be first and goal from the 1. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. From the gun. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Vandy. Before that score, considering last rites, now all of a sudden, they're not dead yet. In fact, they're feeling much better, and they're alive, and they've got a chance.
And I'm looking on the field right now, I'm looking at their sideline. They're energized, Reese. After that last score, all of a sudden, they believe they can come back and win this game. This is a totally different-looking team than what we saw earlier.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. Kept it on the ground on first down. Let's see what they do on second. The give to the back. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. And the Gamecocks pick up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. Slings it downfield. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down.
Ooh, you're living dangerously now. You've got the lead late in the game. Don't do anything to turn it over, and they almost did throwing it there. If I'm the head coach now, I'm thinking, man, let's just run the ball.
Caught over the middle. It's Caldwell. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Nice move to pick up yardage. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Colorado is ahead early in Boulder, but that's not exactly Cordell Stewart out there. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 6 over Iowa State. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Got it in the middle. It's Spence. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his man. It's Bell. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And that just about does it. That about puts this thing to bed. The offense, listen, they had to go for it, but now defense, this is the situation where you say, I'm just going to eat clock, up by several possessions, eat clock, get out of here with a W.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Second down coming up. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he got loose, it was all over. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Big fullback's got it. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Vanderbilt has the ball again, and here comes that Commodore offense. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't have hope, David?
Amen. I mean, keep hope alive, pitch this pill around, use every second you got, make this game, Palmer, as close as you possibly can.
Crazier things have happened in college football, man. Let's just go find out. Let's find out where the playmakers are lined up and see if they can make something positive happen.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Back to pass, it's Dickey. Pocket starts to collapse. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, it's one thing if it's fourth and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese.